Howdy everyone, hello and welcome back to more of Let's Play Blind Broken Sword 2. I am the Black Shadow, and last time our attempt to meet with Professor Oubier didn't quite go as well as it planned. We got jumped by some goons, Nico's been seemingly kidnapped, and we've already had our first attempted murder of the game. I'm sure there's going to be more before this is all said and done. Regardless, we managed to get in contact with Lobino. A rival for Nico, if you will. And as much as we don't really like the man, well, we've kind of got to ask him for some help and see if we can't try and work out where the hell Nico's been taken to. Might be a difficult ask. Let's go and meet him, shall we?
I wasn't looking forward to meeting Lobino again, but he was my only link with Nico.
Jesus, wait, this is the...
There was no sign of Lobino when I got to the cafe. I decided to order a coffee and wait for him.
Man. This is the same place, isn't it? More callbacks, wow. I seem to remember this, yeah, in the first game. Might be mentioned here. Yeah. Not quite the reading I had in mind. Oubier's house was creepy as hell. This highly sinister Central American guy lets us in, takes us upstairs to a drawing room, then hits me from behind. I come round, I'm tied to a chair being menaced by a deadly spider. The room's on fire and Nico's been abducted. However, some cute Stobart moves led to one squash spider and a very impressive escape. Sure, I didn't feel comfortable rifling through Nico's handbag, but I had to discover what we were attacked and what they've taken her. Things didn't get any better when I found a gift from that creep Lobino. A pair of panties. Wow, I really dislike him. Still, he's the only lead I have. Maybe he's changed. Nah. But yeah, this is the cafe at Montfaucon. I remember this place. We came here previously. There was a clown doing some tricks, and there was a group of people here watching. And there was a guy that was sitting here drinking lots and lots of stuff on the job.
The man at the next table looked somehow familiar.
The same guy, is it?
Pardon me, but don't I know you?
Huh?
You were here the day I found the catacombs.
Son of a bitch.
Ah, yes. I remember you.
Yeah. Are you still in the police force?
No, not anymore. I'm a man of leisure. And what brings you back to Paris?
Son of a bitch. This fucking game. Well.
My girlfriend.
What it is to be young and in love. Will you share a bottle of wine with me?
Hey, listen, I'd love to, but I need to keep a clear head.
So my company isn't good enough for you.
Nah, it's not like that. It's alright, calm down, buddy. It's fine.
Why did you leave the police?
I was forced to retire. The golden handshake. Only in my case, it was more copper than gold.
How come?
I was made a scapegoat to cover up the department's inefficiencies.
That sucks. Bad times.
Have you ever heard of a Professor Oubier?
No, monsieur. I don't recall the name.
Well, apparently he's an expert on Mayan art and history.
A little out of my field of experience, monsieur. If he'd been a serial killer or a sodomite, I might have been able to help.
Well, shoot.
The ex-gendarme showed no effects from the wine he was pouring down his throat.
Indeed. Hey, what's that?
It was a small silver flask from which the man was topping up his glass. I couldn't snatch the man's flask while he was looking.
Nah, makes sense. Let's ask him about other stuff before I start asking him about what he's drinking, probably.
What do you make of this dart?
I remember a case where the victim was killed with just such a device. The poison acted in seconds, causing his body to swell up like an inflatable life raft.
Wonderful details.
What do you make of this news cutting?
Orphanage supplied fast food chain?
No, it's the article above that.
Oh! Total eclipse of the sun. Well, that's very dull in comparison. I don't know anything about eclipses.
Tell me what you make of this note.
Oh no.
By years of experience, I gained a pretty good insight into handwriting. I'd say that note was written by a compulsive, obsessive type with an Oedipus complex.
Yeah.
Hey, you got just about everything apart from the ponytail. What's that you're drinking?
It's wine.
Really? Not so convinced. Have a look around, I guess.
I had no desire to go down into the sewers.
No, not today.
It was too hot to sit inside the cafe. Besides, I might miss Labino.
Good point. Oh, we could get a drink, perhaps.
The waiter's stained and crumpled clothes looked as if they'd been slept in. I decided not to bother with a meal. Oh, garçon. He ignored me.
What?
I'm sure it was deliberate.
Wow. Well, cheers.
I had nothing else I wanted to ask the gendarme.
Okay, never mind. What the hell? He just straight ignored me. Oi!
Hey, you.
Quoi?
I'd like a cup of coffee if you don't mind.
When I finish serving this gentleman.
Yeah, and how much bloody wine you get? Well, I don't know. How much is the wine is he ordering? Guess there's priority of questions here that should be asked. Ah, there we go. That looks a bit better. All right then.
Un café.
Thanks.
Well, let's ask him about some bits and pieces.
Do you know a guy called Andre Labino?
Oui, I know him. What of it?
Well, I'm supposed to meet him here. Did I miss him?
No, I have not seen him today.
That's good, I guess.
Do you know that man over there?
I should think so. He's a regular customer.
Looks it.
Have you heard of Professor Oubier?
Oui. He married that actress, the little dachshund. They used to come here. The nutty professor and the movie star.
Oh?
If Oubier's wife was a movie star, how come I never heard of her?
She was big in France. The world doesn't stop at Hollywood. Her stage name was Carol Climax. She
Carol
died in suspicious circumstances.
Climax. Wow.
How did Oubier's wife die?
I heard he shot her.
And got away with it?
He had a good lawyer and a watertight alibi.
Interesting. Strange, though.
Why would an eminent public figure like Oubier risk everything for murder?
He wouldn't be the first, would he? Besides, people like him always get off.
Look at this. A poisoned dart.
Ah, oui. Sure.
He's not too
It's
interested.
the real thing. Knocked my girlfriend out cold in a matter of seconds.
Romantic. Sounds like a real close relationship you have going.
You could have worded it better, George.
What does that guy keep pouring out of his flask?
Absinthe.
Absinthe. I thought that was highly dangerous and outlawed in France.
It is. Don't look at me. I didn't sell it to him.
That's all.
Thank you.
Interesting. Uh-oh. Here comes Andre. This should be good.
Well, this is a surprise, Georgie.
I wouldn't normally call you. But Nico's in trouble, Andre. Deep trouble. You have to help me find her.
What? What have you dragged her into this time?
It was you that recommended Professor Oubier as an expert on Mayan art. Now his butler has kidnapped her. And he tried to kill me.
Every time she gets involved with you, there is trouble. Walking out on her was the best thing you could do.
My father was dying, damn it. I had no choice.
Well, she soon recovered once she went back to her old friends.
Drop it, Andre. Right now, Nico's in danger, and we have to work together.
So, how can I help?
Nico needed to speak to Oubier about a stone.
Oh, you mean this stone?
Why's
So
he got it?
that's what all the trouble's about.
Precisely. Nicole told me to guard it with my life.
Well, it's worth more than that, surely.
Oh, very funny.
What's funny is that your life really is on the line.
What are you talking about?
The stone is a Mayan artifact, dummy. And the guy who kidnapped Nico was from Central America. It was the stone they were after.
Oh my god, you mean I could be in danger too?
Hate to say it, buddy. Yes, so between the events of the first and second games, my understanding is that George's father died. That sucks. A lot.
What do you suppose the carving on the stone means?
I don't know. I haven't shown it to anyone.
Why don't you just give it to me?
I don't want your death on my conscience, George.
Cheers.
Where did Nico get the stone?
I'm not sure I should tell you.
Oh, you should.
It was something to do with smuggling.
Does Oubier employ a guy from Central America?
Maybe. I don't know.
You never been to his house? I thought you guys were pals.
Fellow academics, Georgie. It's not quite the same thing.
Why didn't Nico take the stone to Oubier?
I don't know. Perhaps she suspected something like this would happen.
If she's been hurt, Andre, I'll break every bone in your body.
No, that's typical of you. Do you think I don't care what happens to Nicole?
It occurred to me that slugs don't have bones to break, but I kept that thought to myself.
Ouch.
Tell me about your friend Oubier.
He's more of a professional acquaintance than a friend.
I see. So you don't really know him at all?
No, I don't.
Damn. What do you make of this, then?
Take a look at this, Andre.
It's a bank statement?
Yeah. Professor Oubier's account. 5 large cash withdrawals in the space of 3 days. All from an automatic teller in Marseille. Suspicious, isn't it?
You're even more crazy than you were before.
Cheers.
What can you tell me about this pot?
South or Central American, I'd say. I have a friend who'd be able to tell you more.
Oh?
Where can I find this guy?
He owns a gallery on the left bank. The Glease gallery.
Interesting. Alright then. Oh boy.
What do you think this is, Andre?
I don't know.
I'll give you a clue. It's got more backbone than you.
You think you're amusing, don't you?
See you later.
Goodbye, Georgie.
Meanwhile...
I've had enough of your games, Kala. Tell me what you've done with my stone.
I thought your business was simply smuggling cocaine, Karzak. Why are you so interested in that stone?
Either you tell me what I want to know, or Pablo here will make you talk.
Okay. Well, I figured someone at the university would be able to help. So I had a word with one of my girlfriends, and she told me her boyfriend was a lecturer. I sent the stone to the Department of Ethnology. You know, I figured it was South American,
Right.
so... You're not buying this, are you?
No.
That's enough. I don't have time to listen to your mindless prattle. We'll leave you to think it over. Come the morning, you'll be ready to talk.
Bad times for Nico, everyone. Bad times. If there's a way for me to pick up this flask. Let's have a chat with the gendarme again. Let's ask him a bit about all sorts of stuff, I suppose.
Ever heard of Carol Climax, the movie star?
Yes, but I don't care for the kind of movie she's made. It's smut like that which has caused the moral decline of the Western world.
I mean, with a name like that, like, I don't blame you, really.
Is it true that Carol Climax was murdered by her husband?
First I heard of it. I thought she just retired.
Ah.
I'm trying to find my girlfriend. She's been kidnapped.
Kidnapped?
Yeah, it was our first day back together after many months.
That's too bad. My God, that's depressing.
Pretty shitty, right? Hold on.
The ex-gendarme showed no...
He's not looking, is he?
The man was still looking.
Ah, shit, I need to talk to him again.
Excuse me.
What?
Do you miss being a gendarme?
Yes, of course I do. When I wore that uniform, I commanded respect. Not anymore.
Poor guy. Yoink.
I grabbed the flask and was struck by a powerful smell of absinthe, a highly potent and illegal alcoholic drink.
We'll be keeping an eye hold of that for later.
Excuse me.
What?
I've really depressed this guy, haven't I?
Didn't you try to appeal against your dismissal?
There was no point. It was my word against that of the chief inspector. And he was a close friend of the director of the museum I was supposed to be patrolling.
Yeah. Pretty screwed.
Excuse me.
Leave me alone.
Aww. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm really sorry. Alright, well, we've got ourselves the floss, so I guess that's good.
It was the flask of absinthe I'd borrowed from the gendarme.
Borrowed. In quotation marks. Well, I don't think there's anything else for us to do here by the looks of things.
The ex-gendarme...
I don't see anything else particularly to go, so I guess we're just gonna look to get the hell out of here, I guess? Yeah, I guess. I mean, we've heard about this this gallery. We should probably go pay it a visit.
Now I had another lead. I could either go back to Oubier's house, or visit the Glees gallery.
Gallery seems the place to go.
The Glees gallery had style and class, but very few customers.
Oh, it's kind of a shame. Let's have a little read here. Alright, we got a second page. I'm not going to read all of this here. Yeah, odious. He's got the stone. A coyote carved on its face. Acquired it while investigating a smuggling ring and left it with him for safekeeping. Don't know why they want it. But at least we got, yeah, the lead to the Glees gallery here. So, let's see if we can find some more information.
The Wasteland. Too minimalistic for too much money.
Did he just...
The Wasteland. The girls were in a world of their own. Hi, girls.
Oh boy.
What's the joke?
あなたはキレてですね。
Okay, fine.
I don't think we're going to get much conversation out of them.
I couldn't believe it. The pots were marked at 5,000 francs each. As far as I could tell, the pots were almost identical to the one I'd found in Oubier's house. At that price, I wasn't going anywhere near those pots.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Rectangles in a desolate landscape. Highly cubist.
Ah, I see what you did there. God damn you, George.
He was a pear-shaped guy with a fine display of multiple chins. The glass was half full of wine.
Alright.
Are you Mr. Glees, the owner?
Good God, no.
Then I guess that must be him over there, right?
Your powers of deductive reasoning astound me.
Well, cheers.
Have you heard of Professor Oubier?
Yes, of course.
I was at his house earlier.
If you're going to drop names, you could at least name one worth dropping.
I thought Oubier was a well-respected man.
Why, his last book was nothing but pseudo-intellectual claptrap. The demented ramblings of a drug-dependent has-been.
Ouch!
Would you give me your opinion on this pot, sir?
We just get in position here.
Yes. Very rapouche.
Rapouche?
Huh?
Hideous.
Oh, he just...
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Oh, shit.
You smashed my pot.
Certainly, it was not only worthless, it was ugly and offensive.
To you, maybe.
Believe me, I was doing you a favor.
Well, shit.
What's the difference between my pot and all those other pots?
Yours is broken.
Why, you smug, pompous sloth.
Sticks and stones, dear boy, sticks and stones.
What a douchebag.
What's that you're drinking?
I'm not sure, but I have a suspicion it might be urine. Glees can't expect a favorable criticism of his gallery when he serves this muck.
I wasn't going to waste any more breath talking to that pompous blimp. Maybe I could turn the situation to my advantage, and at the same time, get my revenge. A valuable relic of an ancient civilization lay smashed on the floor. The pot had smashed into too many pieces to retrieve.
This is kind of a disaster, everyone.
The way that guy was gripping the glass, I'd need a wrench to get away from him.
We'll think about it.
Spheres in a barren waste. Oh, very profound.
I probably
I
should
could
have
see a pattern emerging in this artist's work.
Probably should have saved the game before I walked in here. My pot's been smashed. Shit.
He looked like an older version of Labano. The same supercilious expression, the same disdain in his eyes, and the same damned ponytail.
Damn, this is a real issue. We'll work on it. Let's have a chat with Glees first.
I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Certainly, sir. I'd be most happy to oblige.
You're English?
These days, one prefers to think of oneself as European.
Sure. Whatever you say.
And how precisely may one assist you, sir?
Bit out of date now, unfortunately.
I have some questions I'd like to ask about those pots.
The Mexican collection? Certainly, sir.
Where did you get them from?
Mexico, of course. I think sir will find the price extremely reasonable.
Hey, I'm not interested in buying them.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, you'll excuse me.
Do you get many Central American Indians in here?
No, sir. This is Paris. Central America is several thousand kilometers southwest of here. Straight across the Atlantic Ocean and turn left. You can't miss it.
Well, as it happens, I saw some Central American Indians this very morning.
Tourists, sir. Paris is full of them at this time of year.
I'm not so sure.
There is a gentleman over there who seems to be enjoying your wine.
I can't think why. It was very cheap.
Well, he admits it.
I found this news story referring to a total eclipse of the sun.
Really, sir? Well, fascinating.
I mean, you can't expect everyone to be interested in everything we show them.
Have you heard of Professor Oubier?
Of course. His name is synonymous with Mayan art. A number of these artifacts were supplied by Oubier himself.
Huh.
I suppose you have an import license for these relics?
Of course. But that's not my problem, sir. The professor arranges all the shipping. We simply collect the items from the docks.
Could you tell me which docks Professor Oubier uses to import the artifacts?
Good God, no. I can't possibly reveal my commercial secrets.
I mean, it's understandable.
Do you believe the story that Oubier murdered his wife?
If it was true, who can blame him? She was an opportunist tramp. Well, that's what I heard.
Wow, this game doesn't pull punches, does it?
Have you seen any of Oubier's wife's films?
Only one. Believe me, I was appalled, shocked, disgusted, and repulsed.
Well, you sure got your money's worth. Last time I went to the movies, I wasn't even titillated.
Let's ask him about why we're really here.
What I really wanted to ask you about was a black stone.
A black stone?
Yeah, it's a Mayan artifact, about as big as my hand.
No, sir, one doesn't get much call for black stones. If it's Mayan artifacts you're interested in, I have some rather exquisite pots.
So did I, until that slob smashed it. There was nothing else I wanted to ask the man.
Yeah, we can't even show the pot to him now. Although he may not be able to tell us too much, I guess.
A valuable relic of...
We'll think of something to do with this guy. Alright, until then, let's have a little look around here.
It was a machine for reading credit cards. I had no possible use for a credit card reader.
No, definitely not. I assume I'm not going to be able to get a look back here.
It was a sturdy packing case.
Excuse me, sir.
Uh-huh.
That area is private.
Oh, so I'm not allowed back here?
No, sir.
Alright then, so I need to cause some kind of distraction by the looks of it. And it's going to involve this man and having a very bad day.
He was a pear-shaped.
I wonder. Maybe I can,
I splashed a little absinthe into the glass and hoped he wouldn't notice the change of color.
Did you put something in my drink?
Yeah, I did. Well, what do you think?
Well, it's certainly an improvement over Gleese's wine. In fact, I could grow to like it.
The way that guy was gripped.
Well, I'd say it's given a little bit more than everyone.
Allow me.
This guy's gonna get totally wasted, and it's gonna be great. Oh no! Oh dear. Man. He did a
He was
number.
out for the count.
Yikes.
Glees wasn't happy, I could tell.
Indeed. But, it's the distraction we need. See where these boxes are coming from.
There was nothing in the case but styrofoam packing, but pasted on the side was the remains of a label. It was a label bearing a company name and logo.
Well, let's take it.
Underneath the logo of a flying bird were the words Condor Transglobal Mars. The rest of the label was missing.
I was gonna say, from Mars?
It was beginning to make sense.
Marseille!
Oubier had organized Nico's abduction. Oubier withdrew money from Marseille. Oubier was connected with Transglobal, who shipped their goods from a warehouse in Marseille. That's how the torn Transglobal label had once read. Marseille, not Mars.
Yeah.
It wasn't much of a lead, but it was all I had. I set off immediately to catch the evening train.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Alright, there we go. We're puzzling alright, for now.
It was almost dawn when I arrived in Marseille. I traced Condor Transglobal to a desolate dockside.
Find I've already missed a key item for the game. You know, like one of those old school point and clicks where there's an item, a totally obscure thing at the start. Maybe it's that worm. Maybe that's what I've got. Now I have the key to beating the game. Alright. Okay then, so we are at Marseille then. We're going to go and do some investigating, I guess, of Transglobal and see if we can't find some information here. But let's have to wait for next time, folks. We've got to put an end to the video, of course. So, as always, thank you all for watching. And, yeah, next time... yeah. Yeah, that's all totally true. So, yeah, shipped his artifacts through Transglobal based in Marseille. He made large withdrawals from ATMs there, so everything fits. He must be behind Nico's abduction. Marseille, here I come. Next time on Broken Sword 2. I'll see you then.